everyone, and welcome back to UZEX News on UzReport TV channel. Today in our edition you can get acquainted with the latest exchange news as well as with the exchange market of ferrous metals. In the beginning of our program we traditionally offer you the results of trades on all trading platforms of UZEX market and definitely the price dynamics of the top commodity positions. These were the main indicators of UZEX exchange over the past week. Now let's dwell on exchange news, in particular on the most important events of 2022 in the activities of the Uzbek Commodity Exchange. Under the chairmanship of the President, a meeting dedicated to the exchange activities was held. On May 17, 2022, under the chairmanship of the President of Uzbekistan, Shavkat Mirziyoyev, a video conference was held on the issues of increasing the volume of trading on the commodity exchange and expanding the participation of local enterprises in it. The meeting identified important tasks to simplify the listing of domestic products for exchange trading, attract new goods to the exchange market, expand foreign trade operations, and open new foreign trading platforms of the exchange. The sale of local grain and flour through the exchange began, based on the decree of the President of Uzbekistan, number PP 262, dated May 28, 2022. From June the 1st, flour and from July the 1st, grain products began to be sold through open exchange auctions based on the principles of transparency and market mechanism. Over the past period, 860.7 thousand tons of flour as well as 926.7 thousand tons of wheat of local producers were freely sold to business entities through exchange trading. At the same time, farmers are exempted from paying exchange commission fees and depositing collateral when selling grain. The participation of local business entities on the exchange has been expanded. During the period under review, more than 100,000 new customers were registered on the exchange, which is 1.5 times more than in 2021. Thanks to the simplification of the system for selling products of business entities through this section of promising goods of the exchange, 198 types of products worth 1.1 trillion sums were sold in this commodity section. At the same time, exchange commission fees for the sale of non-highly liquid and non-monopoly products on the domestic market were halved for each of the parties. The number of foreign trading platforms of the exchange has increased. The number of trading platforms of the exchange operating in foreign countries has reached 34. In particular, new strongholds of the exchange have begun their activities in such countries as Poland, Turkey, Azerbaijan, and Tajikistan. As a result of the revitalization of foreign trading platforms, in 2022, foreign trade transactions worth over $501.3 million were concluded on the exchange. In addition, through 7 trading platforms opened in Kazakhstan, 905.2 thousand tons of grain and 224.1 thousand tons of flour were sold to local flour and fodder producers. These in turn contributed to maintain the stability of food prices. We're moving to a separate segment of the exchange market, in particular consider the ferrous metal market for 2022. During the period under review, over 540,000 tons of ferrous metals were sold through UZEX exchange trading platform. On average, 45,000 tons of ferrous metals were sold per month. The maximum sales volume is 62,000 tons in the months of January, as we can see on the screen. Rebar took the leading positions in the sales structure, which will be the next, and at the same time its share decreased from 87% to 83%, as we can see on the screen. But despite of that, still the absolute leadership position here is taken by rebar, which is in the section one of the most demandable in the section of ferrous metals. Definitely the second position here is taken with angle position, which on the contrary increased its position from 7% to 10% at the UZEX exchange trade platform. The third position in the market is held by a circle, which goes with 3%, as we can see on the screen. Rod and channel takes 1% for both of the commodity assets. Next, we'll consider the market situation, and to be exact, we're going to look more properly the dynamics of prices for all brands of rebar. In general, during the period under review, the market mainly demonstrates a decrease in prices. From January to February 2022, average prices increased from 9 million sums, as we can see on the screen, up to 9.7 million sums per ton. From March, prices began to decline and reached their minimum value by the end of the year. And in particular, prices decreased from 9.7 million sums per ton, as we can see on the screen, down to 8.5 million sums per ton, which means that the decrease was 11.5%. So next we'll consider the second most important market in the segment of ferrous metals, which is the corner, and their sales compared to 2021 increased by 8%. During the period under review, the price dynamics mainly demonstrates a decrease. From January to July, prices decreased from 9.9 million sums per ton, as we can see on the screen, down to almost its minimum price position, 8.7 million sums per ton, or by 11.5%. However, in the following months until October, the market is experiencing an increase in prices. In particular, against the backdrop of a decrease in the volume of exhibiting goods, prices per corner rose to 9.3 million sums per ton, as we can see on the screen. Within 2 months, the prices dropped significantly, and in the months of December reached its minimum value, 8.5 million sums per ton. The decline in prices was 2%. In terms of ferrous metals consumption volume across the region, it's worth to mention that the largest transactions were held in the metropolitan area. To be exact, Tashkent region is an absolute leader on consuming ferrous metals and the UZEX exchange trade platform. Definitely, it takes 56%. On the next places, which goes with Samarkand region, and it takes the second place on consuming ferrous metals at the UZEX platform, which is almost 7%. Definitely, it's worth to mention about Surkhandarya region, which takes almost 6% on consuming ferrous metals. The share of Namangan region is also about 6%, as we can see on the screen, and definitely it's worth to mention about Fergana region, which goes with 5% on consuming ferrous metals at the UZEX exchange trade platform. The share of the remaining regions in the range of 1 to 4%. These were all commands for today. Thank you for watching us and being with us. Do join us next week on UzReport TV channel, and definitely with the website at www.uzex.uz. See you next week. Bye.